The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for the continuing saga of the journey into my closet as we are up to video number 13. Yes, video 13 here, and we're taking a look at all of the t-shirts in my collection. A very much requested video series by a lot of people for the last 3 years. So we're finally getting it done here, and luckily I have an assistant. I have help in this video, in all these videos. My wife, Angie. Angie, say hello.
Hello.
Angie, what do you want to talk about today? What do you think?
T-shirts.
What are your favorite shirts so far? Can you think? Just too many. Just too many.
Way too many.
Just too many. Yeah, no more shirts. No more shirts. But who knows? But we're going to dive in and we're just going to keep going through. And I think we got a couple of videos after this one still. So it's just quite the collection, as we all do know. But let's kick it off. Let's start it off. And we're going to do a little bit of a Miracle Power connection. Not Miracle Violence, Miracle Power. And it is Bruiser Brody. It is Stan Hansen. A very cool twosome there. A gruesome twosome from back in the day in Japan, of course. And speaking of Japan, how about old Bruiser Brody? Oh, look at that one. I had a similar but different shirt in another video there. But kind of got that blood red going on. Just crazy wild man eyes. And of course, Brody, we've talked about him before, you know, was murdered in the shower in Puerto Rico. That's a lesson for you. That's a lesson for you, I guess. Who knows? And from one all-time great to another, how about Rick Boogs? Rick Boogs, of course, good brother number one. I've been a fan since before the NXT days, before he was on TV at NXT. Boogs just doing some Judas Priest, doing some heavy lifting. Man, I'm here for that all day long. So Boogs getting it done out there. And of course, Angie, you know that I love a good hairy bipedal creature. And that's what we got on this Night Demon shirt. This is from the Mexico tour back in the day. Shout out to Mexico. Love a hairy bipedal creature. Not sure what that is. A chupacabra, I believe, is what it looks like to me. But definitely very cool. Always love a Night Demon shirt. And here's a Night Demon shirt. Kind of a quasi one. It is the Metal Cares t-shirt. How about that? You got the Surf Ungle. You got Rocky. You got a little bit of there. But this is, of course, Night Demon's charity is the Metal Cares Foundation. And they donate a bunch of money to them every single year. And that was a t-shirt you could get where all proceeds went to Metal Cares. Oh, that's nice. So nice, so nice. And then one of the bands that was one of the greatest up-and-coming bands ever, Gypsy Hawk. Absolutely love Gypsy Hawk. They had, I think, 2 albums, and unfortunately they did break up. But man, oh man, if you've never heard the second Gypsy Hawk album, do yourself a favor. Check out some Gypsy Hawk. You know, they would boogie till they barf sometimes, too. So, yeah, love that one. Gypsy Hawk, shout out to them. And shout out to good brothers at Clutch. Not a big fan of shirts like this. I like a front design. I'm not a big fan of a back design, but you got the tour dates there, all that. And I always try to support the bands when I go to see them in concert, so I always pick up a t-shirt, as you guys have seen in these videos. Old school Ghost shirt from back in the day, way back in the day. Rocking the old Ghost. Doing ghost things. From one ghost to a future ghost, and we'll all be ghosts one of these days. Dolly Parton. Oh, Dolly. Everybody loves little Dolly. You know, Dolly's got a hard rock album coming out this year. She's got a rock and roll album, and actually Judas Priest lead singer Rob Halford is going to sing a duet with her on the album. So shout out to old Rob Halford. He is just so happy about that. I know he is. But I can't wait to hear what that's all about. But love me some Rob Halford. Love me some Dolly. I like the Porter Wagner era of Dolly Parton myself, though. But that's just me. How about this guy? Danhausen. Oh, Danhausen. Longtime fan of Danhausen. I would love to see when Svengoolie finally retires. I'd like to see Danhausen do that. Danhausen is funny as so many people love him, but nobody really loves him for wrestling, which is kind of funny. They just like the whole act and all that kind of stuff. And I really do think he should parlay that into being a horror TV host like a Svengoolie. I think that is his calling. That's what he should do. He should take over the reins and move into that. So, I don't know. Shout out Danhausen.
You should be his agent.
There you go. Sign me up. Night Demon back again. Oh, nobody likes a trip to the doctor, especially Night Demon. There it is. Now here's a favorite. A lot of people love this shirt. This is a favorite of mine. This is great. Jeep. Get the old yellow Jeep out. Summertime. Rocking the old Kelly Kapowski shirt. Oh, Kelly. Love me some Kelly Kapowski back in the day for sure when I was a kid. Everybody Saved by the Bell because it's all right. How about this one? A band that's always great to see. A lot of people don't know any Gwar songs. They don't know their albums. I know all their albums. I've listened to all their stuff. Some are better than others, but obviously at the end of the day, a Gwar show is about the show. A lot of people look over the music, but there is some good songs, some good Gwar music over the years as well. Now we take it back to the World Cup 2014. Shout out to Brazil. I can't remember. I guess fact check it. Angie, I'm sure you know. Brazil, did they win the World Cup that year? In 2014? Sure. I think they did, maybe. I don't know. But I always love this shirt, of course. Always reminds me of Oakland A's a little bit. The yellow and green. Always looking good. But 2014, never forget. And never forget spring break, 1954. Oh my gosh, what a time to be alive that was. Creature from the Black Lagoon. He wore his shades and he was out there to get everybody. Haven't worn that shirt in a long time. Need to get that back in the rotation. Should have worn it during spring break. What was I thinking? Missed opportunity is what that was. Oh, speaking about it, 1989, never forget. Oakland A's World Series champions, 1989. What were you doing in 89, Angie?
It's a little one.
I will never forget when they won. I was at my grandma's for the summer. I was staying there or it wasn't the summer. It was, I don't know why I was there because it was in October. It must have been just for the weekend or something. But I remember staying up late. And when you go to your grandma's house and she lives out in the country and the street lights turn off at 7, and like everybody's in bed by 8 and they're getting up at 4 a.m. I had to stay up because it was a West Coast game, so it was a late game, but I'll never forget screaming and yelling when the A's won the World Series, waking my grandma and grandpa up, and they thought there was somebody who was a burglar in the house or something like that, and I said, no, the A's won the World Series, and they both looked me dead in the eye and said, what is the A's and what is the World Series? So not sports fans on that side. Not sports fans on that side, but I was very, very excited that night, as you can imagine. I still talk about it day to day. Shout out Terry Steinbach, as usual. Looks like we're in the yellow t-shirt aspect here. Now, there's a controversial one, which is just kind of a joke. People are so sensitive, but of course, Thanksgiving shirt. Some people are like, oh, it's terrible. How do you wear that shirt? They give me all the hard comments there, but you know, it's kind of one of those things. If you forget about it, it'll happen again. So you guys got to remember about the plight of the Native Americans through Mastodon's music. Now we do the plight of the Merciful Fate. Oh, Merciful Fate, looking good there. Here for some Merciful Fate. I'm all about it. All about it. How about some more Mastodon? These shirts all got like folded weird too in there. Got squished together. Old school Mastodon shirt, seen better days as well. Very cool shirt though. I used to wear that all the time. Nice summertime shirt. You got the tan going on. You got the yellow. Beautiful. Angie'd say, oh, you got that sick tan going on. You got that hot dog tan I like. Angie loves a good hot dog tan. That's what she always says. You're not hot dog enough. You need to get back on the roller. What are you going to...
What's that mean?
Anyways, another one. Terry Funk, the old Texas Bronco. Very interesting one. I think I'm going to need to iron out some of these ones here.
Gosh, give him a little shake.
A little love,
Getting allergies. This is the back of the closet mothball.
How about this next one here? Got Mastodon. And the cool thing about this shirt is a great Halloween shirt. They used to do a Halloween shirt every year. I think they still do. Cool thing about this shirt is it glows in the dark. So you can just sit in the dark and stare at yourself in the mirror. It's just a lot of fun. Hours of fun, really. How about this one? This is when you got that sick, really sick dark hot dog tan from Hulk Hogan. Because it's like construction worker neon Ultimate Warrior shirt is what's going on here.
It doesn't even translate on camera.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's way brighter than it shows on camera. That's crazy. But if you got that sick hot dog right off the griller tan going on, that's what it's about. And we are Motorhead. We play rock and roll. Everybody loves our Ringer shirts, especially myself. Always looking good, but Motorhead, of course, a favorite of mine. And I always love getting a Motorhead shirt that feels different every once in a while. So, and that's what that does. Definitely feels different. Just like Jethro Tull in the collection, we sold our soul for rock and roll. Too young to die, or too old to rock and roll, too young to die. That's kind of where I'm at right now. But looking good there, Jethro Tull. Oh, I haven't seen this one in a while. Uh-oh, losing hangers, losing things.
Man down.
I haven't worn this shirt in a while either. I always loved this shirt. A little doom metal, look at that. A little Skeletor crossover, heavy Psych Sound records. A little import t-shirt, but always loved stuff like that. A little tie-in from Skeletor. Got hair on it. Skeletor, a little heavy metal. And we keep on with the yellow shirts, man. It's all about these yellow shirts. Ultimate Warrior representing. How about that? Warrior looking good in yellow. And then how about the riff worship? Of course, Lord Iommi. We talked about Black Sabbath in many videos. Doesn't get better than Tony Iommi. I wish I could get a mustache like that. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Looking good, looking good. And now we continue on. We go back to the Motorhead Cruise, and we are bonded by blood for the Motorhead Cruise edition of Exodus. Of course, their most famous album is Bonded by Blood. Looking good right there. And the hits keep on coming. They don't stop. They don't stop. They won't stop. Kill 'Em All / Mandalorian. I always love these kind of parody tees there. Of course, Kill 'Em All, my favorite Metallica album. Mandalorian, I'm a big fan of the Mandalorian, so I'm here for that. I'm also here for the Hot Rod. Love me some Hot Rod. Of course, Roddy Piper in black. Very cool shirt. Of course, most people think of the white shirt. That is the black edition. Here's a great one as well from Sickalicious store. A Range Viper / Misfits crossover. I love these crossover shirts. It's a Range Viper, of course, and if everybody remembers the old school Misfits album cover, there you go. Very cool with that one. And then we get a little gray Motorhead. We get a little War Pig on the bike. I'm here for that as well. Definitely. I don't know why this, always the right sleeve gets tucked in for some reason. That's probably when I jam them in my closet. That'll do it. But there it is, old Motorhead, looking good. Oh, another classic, one of the best album covers of all time. Old Cheap Trick, looking really good right there. And then how about this one, another Macho Man shirt. Better than the best. Always love that. Very simple. Very simple. Looking good. And then we've seen this shirt in black. We've seen it in white. Now we're going to see it in baby blue. It is Night Demon. It is the first EP album cover. Here for that as well. That was part of the special release with the EP when the EP got re-released. So the more you know. The more you know. Oh, and then we got some more Night Demon doing the old Predator handshake right there. You got the blood going on. I'm here for that. Of course, Metal Cares, once again, that is their charity. But looking good. Love that shirt. Oh, we're talking about the greatest of all time, number 33, Larry Bird. Some people do call me the Larry Bird of action figure collecting, so it's only fitting I have a Larry Bird shirt in my collection somewhere along the way. Very good looking Larry Bird. Old LB himself. How about a little Hot Rod, Roddy Piper. There it is, They Live shirt. This was a Pro Wrestling Tees like crate shirt a while back. Very cool. Got a little Vince McMahon, once again, another crossover shirt. Easy for me to say, I'm here for it. How about this one? There it is, little Stinger and RoboCop. Oh, all-time great. I'll never forget that match when I was a little kid. I think I was like 9 years old at Capital Combat. I was here for it. They didn't have WCW pay-per-views in my area, so unfortunately I just had to find out what they said the next week on Saturday night. There was no internet. There was no nothing. I would just be sitting there like, everybody knows what happened. Everybody watched it. They got to see. And I'm just sitting here waiting for the next Saturday wrestling show where I got at least a little bit of recap. So, yeah, hard times. We got 2 left. A little Affliction shirt from back in the day. I always love this shirt. Affliction shirts, I would say, don't age very well, right? Most people, Angie, what would you do if I wore like a typical Affliction shirt out? You'd probably be like, what are you, like 2000?
This one's better because it looks black label.
Yes, I like this one because it doesn't feel
as cheesy
that way.
As
Yeah,
ones, yeah,
exactly. So that's a good one there. And then we're going to finish it off how we began in some ways. Motorhead, Make a Difference. Read the back there. That's quite the back on that one. Make a difference. Go F yourself. There you go. That's perfect way to leave this video, I think. It's like
not nice, but then it's not nice.
Yes, exactly. So I guess that's where we're going to leave this video here. Episode 13, right? Is that where we're at?
Lucky number 13.
Is that where we are? Okay,
yes.
I can't remember. I couldn't remember. That's what I was asking. I was hoping for verification. So there it is. We got more videos to come, of course, so make sure you do like this video. Make sure you subscribe to this very YouTube channel. And don't forget about the Patreon, as you get early access to videos like this, bonus content, exclusive content, giveaways, Q&As, pizza stuff, dog stuff, you name it. There's a ton going on every single day on the Patreon and on this very YouTube channel. And even more going on over on social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for my wife, Angie, I'm Kyle. And I'll see you guys all real soon.